Hello, Lightning Maker crew. This is David. Today I'm going to show you how to make the circuit for our final project, which is our amusement park ride or game with a ball. It's going to be very similar to the circuits we made all year this year. So let's get started. So the main things that you're going to need are your motor, which has a yellow gearbox to slow it down. You're going to need your AA battery holder. For most of you, this is one item, but I have two linked up together. Some of you are going to have a switch that's separate. Some of you will have a switch built into your battery that looks like a little metal knife that goes up and down like that. Either one is the same. Both switches work the same way. And then you're also going to have some spare wire for hooking things up. You're finally going to have some metal tape and some rubber electrical tape. So, let's get started. So the words circuit and circle sound the same because a circuit has to be connected in a full loop from battery to motor and back again, or else it's not going to work. So we need to connect our wires. And the first thing we want to do is, when we join two wires together, is to hold them up in one hand so that they're right next to each other. And then with your other hand, twist them in a candy cane spiral. So with one hand, hold the two wires right next to each other, and with the other hand, twist the exposed metal part. We need the metal to be touching because the metal is what the electricity flows through. So now these two wires are really connected, and my next step to make this connection really solid could be to add metal tape. So this copper tape is really conductive of electricity, and it just makes it a little bit stronger because we can't solder at home. If it really doesn't work for you, you don't have to use it. But what I like to do is wrap it around and around and around the place where my wires are connected. If I have extra, I can just mush it down. Just squish it until it's nice and small. And then the final step is I want to keep this metal from being exposed so it doesn't accidentally touch another wire and cause a short circuit. Because if two exposed metal wires touch by accident, the electricity might flow the wrong way and jump from one part of our circuit to another. We call that a short circuit, and it's very bad. I'm using duct tape, but you should be using the rubber electrical tape that I sent you, which is usually black. And what that's going to do is just make sure that all the exposed metal where these two wires were touching is covered up. So I'm going to wrap it around, and as you can see, there's absolutely no exposed metal where I joined these two wires together. That way the electricity will flow from one to the other, but it can't escape. So that's the way you should do your whole circuit. All right, you can see here that I have my simple circuit. It's all connected in a loop from battery to motor and back again. I covered up all of the places where I joined two wires with metal tape and with electrical tape that blocks the path of the electricity. There's no exposed metal where any of my wires are joined. So now I can flip my switch and it will turn on my motor, which is now going slowly, which is actually really good for our project. If your motor is going the wrong way, you could try putting your project on the other side, or you could also try switching the wires. So if I reverse the black and the red wires coming out of my motor, the motor is going to go in the opposite direction.